All right. Episode 867. Got my cafe here. And we got a different even though the roll is from the group that I got for my son from New York 2025, the wrapper is a different type of roll, right? So most of them were like this, right? And you can see right, oh, that's New Jersey. But anyway, most of them were like that, even from the New York one. So what that tells me is that this is from a different, even though it was from the same group, it's from a different person, right? Somebody else collected pennies and brought them to the bank for this, for our penny roll hunt today. Take a pen. Oh yeah, look at all that copper. Yeah. Well, it started off with a lot of copper, and then it got less and less as we got to the top. I don't know why it always ends up like that, but it's a phenomenon. Hopefully we get at least 10 copper pennies. That's always the hope. My hopes and dreams in life is to get 10 copper pennies out of a penny roll. Okay. I don't know why I put it there for. I'm going to have to figure this out. And our second penny is a copper penny. Copper penny number 1. If you watch my short videos, you know that that's how I differentiate. I go copper penny number 1, copper penny number 2, copper penny number 3. That's how I do my videos. Most people have watched, even my members, 1995. Make sure we don't have a double die there. Got some zinc blisters, that's about it. Even my members watch my short videos, which is pretty cool. Shout out to all my members. Special shout out to all my members, of course, who continue to support the channel. It means a lot to me. I always say that, and I mean it. Not to sound like a baby or anything, but you guys are like my only friends, to be honest with you. Wah, poor baby has no friends. Wah. Well, I got my members, people who put a special something into my heart, I think that's pretty cool. I'm fortunate. I'm thankful. I'm grateful. The whole thing. No close AM. 1992, no close AM. $100 if you find it. It's like finding $100 bill. I think that's what they're going for. I think I found one, right, about a couple months ago. Or was that one with a question mark on it? I don't remember. It was a little dirty. Campaign number 3. Doing pretty good so far. And it's just number 4. Yeah, that's good. To find them this early. I did the video a few days back on today's value of a copper penny. I think I did it as a short. So those, if you missed it, I'll briefly retouch upon it. And that is, copper has went up, right? It was about $4 a pound for a long time. I remember buying copper bars at $4 a pound. Well, when they were $4 a pound, I think I paid $6 a pound because you just pay extra, it's the way it goes. And that was about 6 years ago. So it was and I remember it was $4 a pound for a long time before that. That's a nice. Here's our first shiny zinc. I have a few of them here. Yeah, here goes another one. I still look, even though it's a shiny, I still look for the errors. See if I see anything, off. And that was it. And it wasn't until recently, like really recently, past year, where copper went from $4. Everything went up. Gold went up, silver went up, platinum went up, and copper went up from $4 to just about $6, I think it was $5.80 when I checked last. Has a little blip. It's a nice shiny one too, though. So it went up like 30, basically 33%, right? $4 to $6 is 33%. 2, 2, and 2, right? 33.333333, or 33, or 33.333, whatever percent. 33.333%. So for all these years, people have been saying the penny's worth about 3 cents, 2.8, whatever it is, about 3 cents. Copper pennies are worth about 3 cents in copper. So it went up 33%. And I still see people saying, and if you look on Google and you see how much it says, the information never changed. It still says that the copper penny's worth 3 cents. How can it be worth 3 cents today if it was worth 3 cents when? So I did the whole thing where I took copper and how many grams are in a pound and how much, and how many pound and how much copper is. I did the whole thing. Watch the video. I'll go, like I said, I'll recap it right now just for clicks and giggles. Oh, a dryer. Oh, look, we got it. Oh, nice. It's either a dryer or but look how it has those little, wow, or a what's that called? Is it a die cap? I haven't found one of these in a long time, man. That is so cool. Let me take a picture of that. I'm gonna do both sides, and we'll figure out later on which one we'll use for the thumbnail. Super dope. Oh, that's so dope. So that's a nice 88. No flare G. So, all right. So there's like 400. I think there's 458 grams in a pound, right? Something like that. Let's just call it 450, just for so 450 grams in a pound. So if each gram was 10 cents, that would be $4.50. No, that would be, if each gram was a penny, that would be $4.50 a pound, right? Okay. If each gram was a penny, so a copper bar, a pound of copper is $6. Okay, just about 450, right? 150 and 150, that's 300. 300 is pennies, is half. $6 is 600 pennies. Let's just put it like that, right? Okay. $6 is 600 pennies. 150 and 150 is 300 pennies. That's half of a pound, right? 450 is 3/4 of a pound. Just happens to be 450 grams in a pound, which is also, right? Okay. And then another 150 is 600. Okay. So each gram, each, it's all divisible, I'm saying. It's pretty divisible. So basically, right? Each gram of is about 1 point something, is worth 1 point something pennies. Each gram of copper is worth 1 point something pennies. I'm gonna look it up right now just to see exact what it is. How much a gram of copper is worth. Hold on. And exactly like I said, a gram of copper, as of, okay, so back in March, it was worth, what's it say? There it goes, right there. One point, okay, one penny and 20, 0.0126 pennies, worth of a penny. Okay, $6 per pound. There we go. Just like I said. Okay, all right. So, as of today, in what are we in? May. It's about the same thing. May, June. It's the same thing. Whenever it's up, a video's upload. So, oh, so 0.0126, and there is about 3 grams. It's two each copper penny has a little bit under 3 grams. Like it's like 2.98 grams, something like that, right? It's 95% of 3.11, whatever that. So let's just call it 3 grams, okay? And let's call it uh so it's almost 4 cents. It's about 3.5 cents per penny. Is that correct? It's almost 4 cents. Three and three quarters, three and a. It's almost 4 cents of copper per penny. It was about 2.5 to 3 cents. I remember years ago, and now it's about almost 4 cents. So every roll of copper pennies, 50 copper pennies, is almost $2. It's probably like 3.50 for 50 of them, something like that. But how cool is that, man? If you're a copper collector and $6 a pound, no flare G. $6 a pound. You got 1,000 pounds, you got $6,000. Well, 1,000 pounds is heavy, Well, look at this one. Can't even see. Oh, it has a shield on the reverse. It has a shield, so it's zinc. I'll throw this out. It's a shiny shield. I hold on to that one. So, if you're just searching for copper, I mean, obviously, if you're just searching for copper, you're missing out on the whole lesson on variety, the FS, the whole educational part. You know what I mean? I found so far up to date, I found two 1972 no flare G. A lot of 88s in here for some reason. And 1972 FS, those are like $50 a piece. A bunch of wide AMs, one close AM, I believe we found. A bunch of valuable coins I found. Of course, I separate the pennies by condition. Look how thick! Look how wide that is. I really thought this was copper. Look how wide that side is. Oh, that's crazy. So I just keep that in mind, while I search through penny rolls that I am also looking for, copper. And I do realize the significant extra value. That's a 72. I'm going to check that for an FS. I checked them all now. Look at that. Look on the N. Oh, it's damage. Wow, but look at the line. Not the hit mark, but below the hit mark. There's this like straight line. You see that in there? Wow, that is super cool. All right, let's look at this. There are a lot of, where's my, there it goes. My handy dandy. There are a lot of errors on the 72. I'm telling you, this one might be one too. That's so crazy. All right, let me check out the other. Let me check out the Liberty and the Motto. I really don't see anything the Liberty and the Motto. It's always that two. The two, for some reason, on a lot of these 72s has separation and shelving, and I think that makes it a little confusing for me because I really just started to look for them recently. But like on the inside of this two, it's just the two though. The Liberty doesn't have it. I'll show you. I'll do it. I will show it in the handheld microscope, right? The Tom Lav. All right, let's go to 4, and let's find that 2. Little too bright, right? There we go. Now it's a little too dark, but so on the inside of the 2, it looks like there's some separation. It's hard to see. Let's check out the other numbers. Not really. It's just the 2. And again, is it on the bottom of the 2? Is it on the top of the back? I don't know. It's hard to tell, man. It's really, really hard to. It's too dark. I had to turn up the light again. Yeah. So again, if there is separation on this one, it's not as apparent. So I'm just gonna have to go and say not a not an FS variety, even though look at the 7. The 7 even looks like it has a little bit of an extra thickness line on it. You see that on the bottom line? Let me check it out one last time. I mean, I don't want to wish it into existence. You know what I'm saying? I got to be careful with that. But I'm still gonna put it into a flip. I'm telling you, there's a little bit of shelving under that too, and but I'll put it with a question mark, and that'll be how I identify it with a question mark. I can only imagine how many 1972s I missed. That's copper penny number. Was this? I don't remember seeing the date on this one. Oh, it's a shield. It don't matter. It's a shield. 2016. Okay. But look how it's almost like a stop sign. You notice that? It has like a stop sign look, like an 8 or 9 or 10 sided octagon. I don't know. Pretty wild. Yeah, we got more copper coming. So yeah, it's about 3.7. Almost 4 cents per copper penny, and to me that's kind of big time. A nice hedge against inflation, right? Especially if you're already doing it. You're already doing your penny roll hunting. You put those copper pennies into a roll or a tube. You can separate them by condition, right? Oh, these ones are heavily circulated. These ones are, you know, fine condition. These ones are AU condition. And then if you find any that are like gradable or really nice, I won't hold on to this one. It's too messed up. Then you could put those into a special one. Maybe keep them. And don't forget penny roll albums too, right? Those penny roll albums are selling. I can't believe how much penny roll albums are selling for. I'll show you right now. If you're not, let me have a sip of coffee. Let me go to advanced, right? Penny, what's it called? Penny album. Album. Do a little extra content for you guys and girls. All right. Penny album. I'm gonna go to I think I'm gonna go to highest first. And we'll just look at like what the most ridiculous ones have sold for in the past, right? In the past. So let me say that I could tell you that there was a time when filled penny albums were cheap, man. I'm talking about cheap, $10 ish, cheap. Like nobody wanted them, you know what I mean? And of course, I put highest first, right? So we're gonna see ridiculous prices. We're gonna see ridiculous prices initially. $1,800. 15. I mean, it says January, right? February. So it's been a while, right, since these sold. But you're talking about ridiculous, ridiculous, ridiculous prices. Stamp albums, $900. I got a couple. I have a stamp. Those of you who are interested in stamps, I have a stamp playlist. I have a stamp playlist. Go to my playlist, look for stamps. I did some pretty cool stamp videos. $850. Look at this. This is insane. These prices, hundreds of dollars for penny albums. All right, so here, let's come down to the 300. All right, we're still in the Indian head scent. Here you go. Well, it says best offer. How about this one? Okay, Indian head scent. We're still in the Indian head scent thing. Let's get off of Indian head scents. Australian stamps, half dimes. Look at the condition of these, huh? This is what I'm saying. All right, 1930. This is 1935 to 1998. Okay, BU and proof. It says here on the right, BU and proof. Further to the right, it says BU and proof. Wow, 250, but still 200. Okay, but I mean, he says proof, so that's a big difference. Hit fully uncirculated. This one says fully uncirculated. I guess my point is that those pennies that you can separate that are really shiny, copper, you're gonna get serious, and you put them into a penny album, you could get serious money, man. $300 for it. $1909 to 2007, 250. It's crazy, man. These are crazy numbers. I'm telling you, these were like 10, 20, $30, man. I would have bought them nonstop at $10 if I knew they were gonna sell for 250. Unbelievable. Let's go down a little bit. In auction, 168. In auction, 1909 to 1940, 83 pennies, $168. Anyway, that's ridiculous. So, you know, that the value of copper plays a little bit into it. Every little bit helps. The condition, copper value, the fact that they're not making. Remember, 2016, they're still making pennies, right? Right? Do you all know that? Right? Here's another copper penny. 2016, they're still making pennies, but they are not for circulation. They are part of the mint set, right? I don't own one. I'm gonna probably have to get one, right? Just one, just to have it, right? Because I'm a penny channel. That's a beauty. 2023, no extra B. So we even got an extra. We even got an extra 2023. I'm gonna have to do one of those videos soon too. I got 8 more rolls, 7 or 8 more rolls of the 2023s. And look at that, we still got 2 more copper pennies here. That's bananas. I don't know if the last one is copper. 77. And we found a ton of copper today. And last but not least is it's not copper, 87. Okay, so we found great penny roll hunt, man. We found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect 10. And whatever this is. Is it a die cap? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't think so. It could. I don't know. I never seen one with those flat edges on the side. That is so odd. And if it was caught, is it a dryer scent? I don't think so either. And wherever it was at, if it was somewhere spinning around, I mean, it had to be pretty hard to flatten out the edges, man. It's pretty cool. Hope you enjoyed the video. I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. Anyone who's here, a special thank you to you. I really appreciate it. Don't forget Jesus loves you. Say a prayer. And I'll see you in the next one.